Cryptocurrency, what is it? Number one, form of bragging. Number two, automatically you're smarter than people. What is it says exactly? So basically, there's Venmo.
When I watch things like this, it's almost like we need to get the stupid repellent out.
Women care deeply about investing with purpose.
Us ladies look at wealth differently. We look at wealth as a vehicle predominantly for freedom, not necessarily for power as men tend to look at it.
The most expensive lie sold to broke people is that money doesn't buy happiness.
It's a freaking lie. Money does buy happiness. The number one thing people want in life is... Welcome to Rich and Regulated, where women learn to build wealth in alignment and flow. I'm Jessica Soul. For over a decade, I've helped women create the lives of their dreams, and here I'll share how I build wealth, fast-track results, and reveal money truths that will blow your mind. Let's get wealthy. All right, you guys are loving my reaction videos. They are being shared so much. So here we go again. Let's see what the team has in store for me today. I never know what's coming, so bear with me and I'll give you my honest take on what's being said in Instagram world right now.
Cryptocurrency, what is it? Number one, form of bragging. Number two, automatically you're smarter than people. What is it says exactly? So basically, there's Venmo. And then we have this space in between Venmo and the third black hole dimension. In between this space is where these little monies lie, right? No one knows if they're money or if it's a void. So another side, 5,000 years ago, the guy who invented stocks.
I'm confused by this woman. Like literally confused. I have no idea what she's saying. She's mumbling a lot.
Crypto comes into play. Uniform, how do we wear it? For you to be into the cryptic void, you have to wear tight hokas and tight jeans like that. Cryptocurrency, here's Venmo, here's Snapchat, here is Mars and Jupiter. Crypto is like in between here and here. And how does crypto move?
My initial reaction is this girl should probably get off the internet. She doesn't seem to know what she's talking about. You know what? In all seriousness, though, when I watch things like this, it's almost like we need to get the stupid repellent out because this woman is young and she's wasting her time talking about something very cryptic, for lack of a better word. It really annoys me when I see young people being so flippant with things that could actually change their life. So yeah, this is not how crypto works at all. I would immediately unfollow this person. And I think probably the biggest lesson, if you're scrolling through things like this and you're having a look at stuff that seems pretty out there, unfollow these people. Don't take advice from people that are not discerning, that don't have a certain level of experience and elegance within the way that they are articulating about something that could quite literally change your financial future.
We are in the midst of the largest wealth transfer in history right at this very moment. So $100 trillion of wealth is going to next-gen and millennial clients over the next decade. So that has some pretty significant implications. But in addition to that, women are controlling more and more global wealth. Today,
all right, well, this excites me. Now we're talking. We have an intelligent woman sharing on the internet, which is fantastic. And yes, the shift is coming. There are so many more women being so much more aggressive and so much more excited about becoming the wealth strategist in their family. So let's listen to what she has to say.
They control a third of global wealth, but in the next 5 years, 30 trillion is going to pass in the hands of women, and they're going to control over 50% of the global wealth market out there today. So imagine that when we have a change and a shift to next-gen, millennial, to women, what happens? Well, the preferences for women, next-gen, and millennials is very different. Women care deeply about investing with purpose.
Oh, I've literally got goosebumps when she says this because I am not anti-man in any way. But when she talks about investing with purpose, I think that along the line somewhere, as a population, we've lost the point of what wealth actually brings us. You know, and that feminine energy is something I love to talk about and I love to share, which is why I have my crypto for women space, because us ladies look at wealth differently. We look at wealth as a vehicle predominantly for freedom, not necessarily for power as men tend to look at it. Let's see what she says.
Investing to make an impact, doing good with their investments. So you're going to see some significant opportunities for us as we lean in and have been leaning in to capturing more of the female wallet globally. In addition to this increase of wealth with our female clients comes the setting up of more family offices and the need ever so more to lean in and educate our female clients around the world, to inspire, to elevate, to make sure that they have the right platforms for networking, learning, and the likes.
Well, this is so exciting. And I think if you're a woman watching this, lean in and start learning, because yes, money does give you power, but when used and directed in the correct way, money changes generation. There is so much healing that I know I think I'm still classed as a millennial, I may be just, but I know that, as a generation, the people that are in between their 30s to 50s at the moment, there is a lot of healing to be done. There has been so many changes in technology in our lifetime alone, like in the last decade alone. So much has changed. And for many people, particularly with the beauty of social media and technology, people have actually lost their way. And so what this woman is saying around money and wealth creating deeper impact, I cannot wait to watch this roll out into our future. I think it's really, really exciting. Just quickly, guys, if you're a woman who's earning well but still feels like your money isn't working for you, I can help. My Build Your Wealth portal is the perfect place to begin, and for less than $100 a month, I'll teach you the exact groundwork that has allowed me to create freedom for my family. Just hit the link in the show notes to connect into my community today. Now back to the episode.
It's finally time, guys. We are getting into crypto. I have been eyeballing this setup in Ethereum, and we are right here. Any day now, I'm going to get my entry. So let's go over what I'm thinking, when I'm going to be getting in, and what position am I going to be taking. So we're looking at the 4-hour time frame here in Ethereum. We've got 2 upward trend lines and 2 downward trend lines. I am looking for the break in this downward trend line. We've got some beautiful touch points here. If we can get a break, this is going to be my first entry. Now, I am looking to hold Ethereum for the long term. We're doing it finally. Crypto, here we go.
All right. Well, this is awesome. I love seeing women that are educating. I personally know that for many of my clients, when we look at charts, it just goes right over their heads. It's literally like it's all fun, and then the chart comes up, right? You look at the upwards, you look at the downward, and you look at the red and the green, and it's just like that's the part where most of my clients just go into la la land. They're just like, okay, well, I thought this was exciting and now it's just confusing me. One of the biggest things when I got into crypto and into purchasing Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and getting into different projects was I didn't want to be strapped to a computer, and I didn't want to have to understand it at this level. And so that's how I teach my clients to understand more so the purpose of them buying, their personal strategies, and how that blends with their own nervous system regulation. I'm not putting her down at all. I think what she's doing is awesome. But for me, it puts me off leaning into crypto if I associate it with needing to judge the charts this harshly. So another thing that I noticed with this woman is that she's talking about timing her entry strategy. And what I prefer to do is dollar cost average, because at the end of the day, as we know with the current state of Bitcoin, for example, yes, we can often buy coins on sale, as I like to say, but if you're looking to hold for the long term and you have a strategy that is spanning 5 years, 10 years, and for really smart long-term holders, you're going to be looking at a 10 to 20 year hold, right? And so waiting, like doing this whole, like I'm finally going to enter because I think I've timed my entry point perfectly, to me is an absolute no-no. For me, it's get in the minute you have any capital to set aside.
The most expensive lie sold to broke people is that money doesn't buy happiness. Okay. If money doesn't buy happiness, then what does being broke buy?
All right. Well, I love this girl. She's amazing. It's a freaking lie. Money does buy happiness. The number one thing people want in life is freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to say no, freedom to travel, freedom to buy things they want, freedom to be generous, freedom to eat wherever they want, to do whatever they want. And that equals happiness. So money gives you choice. And you'll see this come up on the internet so much. I'm not in it for the money, I'm in it for the choices. I'm like, the only way you get the choice is by having the money, people.
Being broke leaves you stressed out. Being broke forces fights about the bills. Being broke haunts your every thought. Since childhood, we were told that struggling made us humble, that ambition made us selfish, that wanting more meant you were greedy.
All right, so I talk about money trauma a lot, and I didn't grow up in a household that gave me much trauma, but I was told the exact same thing. You shouldn't want for too much. Rich people are greedy. What would you do with all of that money if you were to make it anyway? And this is the kind of conditioning that forces people into situations that they can't get themselves out of. You know, the number one reason people divorce is because of financial stress. We don't live the lives we want. We don't live in alignment with our values, all because we don't have the funds to go and do what we want with our lives.
Money doesn't have an age. It has no age, it has no sex, it has no religion, it has no political affiliation. Money really is your key to security. And the goal of money is for you to be secure. So I don't care if you are 20, if you are 30, if you are 50, or you are 73 like I am. And now I look good, don't I? Because I have money. No, but...
Well, I love her, 73. I was just about to say she looks good because she has money, and she took the words right out of my mouth. Her title here is When Money Becomes Your Best Friend, and I totally agree with it, because at the end of the day, when you have enough money and when your finances are flowing and when income becomes something that is predictable and that is secure for you, it does become your best friend. It does become that thing in your life that is stable and that will hold you through pretty much any storm.
Right. You will never, the best advice I can give all of you is you will never be powerful in life until you are powerful over your own money. How you think about it, how you feel about it, and how you invest it.
Yes, she is such a smart woman, and this is something that all women really need to understand, because how you think about it and you feel about it is actually key. Because if you think that money is going to leave you as soon as it arrives, if you feel scarce instead of abundant, then you will never get to the point of investing money in the first place. And this is where most people go wrong. They don't address what's actually happening internally when money hits their account. And I have met women who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who still fear money, who still feel like they need to budget every single week, who still don't trust themselves with money, and they certainly don't have the capacity to hold large amounts of money. And those women are literally walking into retirements that are full of mediocrity because they don't know how to think, feel, and invest their money. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please drop some comments below. I'd love to hear if any of this ruffled your feathers, whether you agree or disagree. I am open to the conversation. Feel free to check out my free Crypto for Women community and check in next week for another episode. If you've gotten value from today's episode, make sure you subscribe and leave a 5-star review. And if you're ready for more support in building regulated wealth strategies, check out the link in the show notes. Have a beautiful day.